little bit different.
So what are we calling today?
Fancy Friday.
Fancy Friday, everybody.
Fancy Friday.
So,
but I'll let you handle this. You go for it.
This is a really exclusive event.
Yep.
You have to have internet and a computer to watch it. But we have...
We're totally giving away the winner.
We have a big award
Yep.
that Kia just won. And Gabby, the envelope, please.
Here's our envelope. Winner. There's nothing in it, but let's take out the winner. Kia EV6 North American SUV of the Year.
That's right. The Kia EV6 just won the North American SUV of the Year. And so basically the way this works is there's 50 journalists from Canada and the US. They pick the top, I think it's the top 4, and then they test them and they vote which one they like the best. And I am not surprised. The EV6 won. And so we're going to do a quick video that just talks about some of the things that we really like about the EV6. This is actually the car that I'm driving, and so we can talk a little bit about what it's like to own it. We also have a few teasers. Like,
yes.
We just got the specs for the 2024 Seltos, so we will be doing a video
on that tomorrow. So
Right.
I'll be going through all the different, well, the trim levels are the same, but what's new, what's exciting, there's a bunch of new color options and new interior options. So I'm going to show you guys everything we know at this point for the Seltos.
Yeah, and we also were exploring with digital key.
Yep.
And we figured a few things out about that. Now we may shoot a new video. We may just talk about it. But if you have questions about anything, we're gonna leave some time for questions at the end. And Gabby, why do we do these videos?
We do these videos for 3 reasons. So number 1, if you own a Kia or a Hyundai and you want to know more about your vehicle, we make videos showcasing every vehicle in our lineup, every trim level, even different colors, showing you tips as well too, so ownership life hacks. So you can always circle back and relive your car buying experience, see what you bought.
The second reason why we do these videos is you may be in the market for a car, and we want you to consider a Hyundai or Kia because the product is absolutely amazing. And lastly,
Number 3,
if you're gonna buy a car,
buy it from us.
and you live in Ontario,
And you live in Ontario, buy it from us.
buy it from us.
We have a Kia store, so Brantford Kia, where we film each and every single day. And then we also have Brantford Hyundai and Owen Sound Hyundai.
That's right.
That's our dealer group.
So we are live right now. If you're not watching live, skip to the 3-minute mark and we'll get into walking around the car. But Gabby is going to show us how you can join our lives.
Yeah, so if you want to catch our next live, we typically go live at 2 p.m. every weekday. So you'll go to the Kia Hyundai channel just here on YouTube, refresh it around 2 o'clock, and you'll see our video goes from upcoming over there. And hang on a second because our Wi-Fi is usually very slow. There we go. All right, now it says live. So we'll click that and you are now in our live video. You can actually chat with us by typing in the chat box over here and we will get this fed in our live feed and we can go through your questions and answer anything you may want to know. All right, there we go, skip. There I am in the chat. Yeah, you guys can probably see yourselves. All right, but now let's get into the car.
Okay.
So this one specifically is Pat's vehicle and it was our very, very first EV6 to arrive to our dealership. So Pat, how do you like driving this thing?
So I've had the privilege of driving a lot of different fun cars, and I have to say, this is definitely in my top 3. And I drive it every single day.
Yep.
So I absolutely love it. It is comfortable, it is fast, it is efficient, and it's got all the toys that you want.
Yep. So this is specifically the GT Line Package 2. It's based off the all-wheel drive long-range model. So this has 320 horsepower, 446 pound-feet of torque. That is a lot of torque. That's what makes an EV so much fun to drive. This color is called the Steel Matte Gray. It's no longer available on the GT Line Package 2. It'll only be available on the full GT. So if you had one already, lucky you. Got beautiful LED headlights, such a sharp and striking design. It's got a clamshell hood with your Kia logo. It looks so sporty, very much like a car at first glance, but when you hop inside this vehicle, you see why it won SUV of the year, not car of the year. We'll take a look at these wheels. They're beautiful 20-inch alloys. This wheel design is exclusive to this trim level as well. So every other trim level of the EV6 has the 19-inch alloys. Really, really nice turn signals and your mirrors. This also has a full 360 camera available in 2 different trim levels, this one and the one below. You get pop-out door handles. I think it looks pretty cool. And a nice, almost floating roof-style design, so it looks like the roof is almost separate from the rest of the vehicle due to the black pillars. cool spoiler on the back. And this is probably one of my favorite design elements of the EV6. It's not just flat, there's so much little design quirks when you actually look at this vehicle. You even have lighting back here that you'll see at nighttime. Really, really bright LED lights, tail lights, headlights, everything. You can definitely see well at night with the EV6. For space, a lot of people, like I said, they'll think it's a car at first glance or it's a very small SUV, but you have a good amount of space back here. You can fold your seats down as well if you need extra room, and you do have a tiny bit of storage underneath this floorboard. Like I mentioned, this is Pat's car, so his stuff's in here. Nice. All right, and we'll take a quick look inside as well. So on this trim level, you have the suede and vegan leather combination seats. They're powered seats for driver and passenger, and they're heated and ventilated. You may also be able to pick up the ambient lighting, so I think I have it set to a yellowish green tone right now. You can choose from a color wheel, any color you'd like. You can even turn it off if it's not your thing. This trim also has the Meridian sound system, so premium and a power sunroof. There's a lot of technology in here, almost too much to talk about in one video. That's why we've done tons of videos on the EV6, and I'll link a bunch of them in our description if you want to know more. Have there been any questions so far?
Yeah, they're asking what level of tint we put on the windows, and so I believe that is 35%, meaning it allows 35% of the light into the two front windows. The rear windows come dark from the factory.
Yep. I think she looks beautiful. So we got our cars detailed for today. This is one of the only times I've seen Pat's car very clean.
Okay, so we're going to take some of your questions. We're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming Seltos. And we'll just reposition the camera.
Hi, Gabby and Pat. Which audio sound system would you find best? It's sold in either Hyundai or Kia. I personally really like the Bose one. Oh, Pat.
I can't get the camera.
That might be a little too low. Okay, wrong way. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, what's your favorite premium sound system that we use?
I mean, this has the Meridian sound, and it's pretty fantastic for listening to podcasts.
For podcasts, oh my goodness. Okay, from someone that actually listens to music, I really like the Bose. So that's available in our K5, I believe, some of our Hyundai vehicles. A lot of our vehicles are equipped with it. We do Harman Kardon as well too. So you'll find Harman Kardon in our Telluride, in our Sportage, and a few other models. Why the fancy suits? You may have missed the beginning. It's Fancy Friday. No casual Fridays here.
Super exclusive. You just have to have access to YouTube.
Yeah. Are you guys wearing your fancy clothes at home? Let us know.
Yeah. Kevin asks, is that one of the flat colors? That is our only flat color.
Yes.
As far as Kia. This is the first time we had a matte finish.
Sportage has a matte now too.
Right.
Yes.
Sportage has a matte now too. And as you can see, there's no clear coat on the top of it. And so it looks really good, but it definitely takes a little more maintenance to keep it looking that way.
Yes, we've actually done a video all about maintenance for flat paint, so check that out if you want to know more about that too. Wearing my $2 shorts. At least you're wearing shorts.
Hey, that sounds fancy in some places of the world.
Yep. Let's see. I don't think it's an SUV class, more normal car size. So it is an SUV. That's a lot of people don't think it's an SUV.
I mean, it's all-wheel drive.
Yep.
It has a much taller clearance than a lot of sedans. So
a lot of space in there. It doesn't look like it from outside, but once you're in, there's so much legroom, good amount of headroom. It's a bigger vehicle.
Yeah, remember on the EVs, our floor is totally flat. So we don't have to go over a transmission or anything. We're just going over the battery. So cargo space, there's absolutely tons.
So much room. How many Sportages do you get each month? It varies.
I mean, we got an allocation yesterday, but I haven't seen the VIN numbers, and we got 8 Sportages, of which one is a hybrid. And what we'll do is, for those of you who are in Ontario, we're going to create a page once we get all the VINs of what we know is not sold, and we'll put it on our website in case any of you are looking for something specific. So.
Let's see. I saw Hank made a comment, so he has one of our EV6s.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
And I met him a couple times.
Yeah, I did see that. So thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Tell us how you like your car. So.
Someone said, love those wheels. I think these wheels look phenomenal. So they're standard with the vehicle too, so they're the stock wheels.
We got a question there. Have you had a EV6 GT yet?
No.
And the first batch of GTs are coming to Ontario just now. And so when we see one, you guys will see one.
Let's see.
Any Kia dealers you recommend in the States? I'm sorry, I don't know any of them. I know a lot of the Canadian ones, but I don't know any of the Americans. So
Looking forward to the review on the wireless Android Auto Apple CarPlay dongles. Yes.
Yeah,
So we're shooting part 1 today.
Yeah, right after this, we're doing part 1. And
Yes.
so midweek next week, we're going to have that out. We just want to play with them a little bit because before we make a recommendation, we want to see how they work and if they're any good.
And give an honest review.
Yeah.
Love the looks of the matte gray, but there's no way I can maintain that. Yes, it takes
It's
some
work.
work. It's a little bit of extra work for sure.
Okay, Steve Barrett is asking, oh, you moved.
Oh, no. Was it at the top?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
We're looking at purchasing a Kia EV6 and wondering what the cost would be for a replacement battery. Does your insurance company pay for the replacement battery or the owner's expense? So, I mean, we have an 8-year warranty on the battery. I'm not sure how long you're anticipating keeping the car, but we've only replaced a few batteries in the previous generation, and I'm sorry, I don't remember what the cost is. So, yeah.
I am not too
But
sure.
I wouldn't try and I don't think you're going to have to replace the battery anytime soon. So Gabby's playing with the screen and we just lost all of our comments, but otherwise we're good.
Great success. I saw Connor Gross commented, what color is this? Connor, you know what color this is. Connor works here. This is the steel matte gray.
Pat, you trading up to the GT when I can? Absolutely. Yep.
I'm thinking of buying a Palisade or Telluride. Which is better? They're both essentially, they're fraternal twins. So the blood is the same engine, same transmission, but the styling is very, very different. It really comes down to which one you like better in that sense. Even the drivability, some customers say they drive differently, and that's just based off how the rest of the vehicle is shaped and looks.
I don't think they really drive differently. I've driven both.
I think I like the way the Telluride drives better because I like the Telluride better, so it just makes
you think?
Yeah, it makes me think it drives better.
Kind of one of the biggest differences between the two is the console. On the Palisade, it's kind of like a waterfall, and it's a dial to put the vehicle into gear, whereas the Telluride is not that, or it's button. It's not a dial, it's button. So you kind of got to try them both and see what you like, but there isn't a wrong answer. They're both great vehicles. So.
I'm just gonna scroll up. Are you guys getting any Tribute Edition Stingers?
So we know that we got allocation for a Stinger yesterday. We just haven't seen the VIN number to see what it is, and we're hoping. So
I really hope so.
there's only 100 coming into Canada, so it's going to be pretty tight.
I bought my Sportage thanks to you guys. Sadly couldn't buy here because you guys are sadly not in Germany. Yes, we can't sell to Germany, but we're so happy you considered a Kia. That's exactly why we make these videos, and I hope you love it. Are y'all getting the 2024 Seltos? Eventually, yes, we definitely will.
Yeah, so that's a good question. 2024 Seltos is what's called a product enhancement. So it's not a full restyle, but there are some styling cues and some features that are going to be different in the 2024. There's also some new colors.
Yep.
And so, Gabby, I think we're going to do a video on that tomorrow.
Yes, so I'm going to film that tomorrow, and then I'll have it edited and posted same day. Time is unknown, but you can expect it kind of mid-afternoon.
So, just kind of a sneak peek. Exterior, there's some enhancements, slightly different lights, a few different colors, a few different options. They haven't started job 1 for Canada yet, but we just got the order guide today, so we're going to share with you the specs and answer your questions. So,
let's see. Oh, okay. Now that there's a Stinger allotted to the dealership, is there a new Stinger in Gabby's future? We spoke about this yesterday too.
We talked about how I drive and how Gabby drives.
And how I don't deserve a Stinger.
Let's just say you can only have so many speeding tickets to be on our insurance. So,
Yeah.
I'm just speculating. I wouldn't say that Gabby's had any speeding tickets, but
yeah, that's all, it's all rumors.
until
Okay.
you run a driver's abstract.
Yep. Is the EV9 going to be at the AE?
I think so. I don't know for sure. I'm going to try and find out, but my guess is they will do what they can to have one there. It's, these cars are kind of like rock stars. They tour all around the world to hit different shows, and so Canada will do their best to get it.
Yeah.
and given that the Toronto Auto Show is the biggest one, I'm hoping it's going to be there. So I'd love to see it.
I saw someone ask, and this is another thing we literally just talked about before we hopped on live, if you've ceramic or PPF'd this car.
Well, you can't ceramic it because that's like an oil-based wax, and so you don't wax a flat car. Now you could put the clear protector on it. I didn't, and I do have a stone chip, so I kind of wish that I did. But the next one I will.
We've started ceramic coating all of our service loaners just because they're on the road so much and we want to make sure they look good. It's easier to clean too, right?
Okay, so Danny Higgins, have customers started receiving the GT Line 2? I'm in Quebec, second in line at my dealer for an EV6 GT Line 2, but they still have no clue when I'll receive it. Should I worry? I don't think you should worry. You will get it, but there's been a much higher take rate in Quebec versus the other province. So Ontario would be the number 2 province, and so there's more people on the list, and GT Line 2s are definitely taking longer. Now I think the last order we just filled was like a February 26th order from last year, and the gentleman just got his car this week. So, we're kind of moving up to March in Ontario for GT Line 2s. We still have a bunch of orders in March that we haven't fulfilled yet, but they are coming every month right now. So.
Pat is most likely the best granddad on YouTube here.
I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Can you do a video of 0 to 60 in the EV6? I don't know what the...
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm
I don't
not sure
know what the
what that
legality
looks like,
is of
but
that.
well, we'll just do it on our lot.
I've been trying so hard, and me and Charlotte, we were on your case about this a while ago. We need a track day with the Hyundai N cars, Stinger, K5 GT.
We can talk about it, maybe in the summer.
Well, yeah, hopefully in the summer. Papa Pat, can you do a video on setting up battery preconditioning?
Sure. Now, I haven't done the upgrade on the software in the radio on this one, and I know that the preconditioning software changes a little bit with the upgrade that Gabby showed maybe 2 weeks ago on one of the other EV6s.
Yep.
So maybe we'll do like a before and after and show you what changes. I think that actually would be a good video for next week because we seem to get lots of questions about that.
Yes.
So Houston has some NASCAR racetracks. All right, Japan Quake.
Ooh, Cars Made Simple just did a video on preconditioning.
Okay.
So he sent us the stingers.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's got some good videos. You can feel free to check out his site.
Any news on the 2024 Seltos coming to Canada? Yeah, so we touched on this a little bit earlier. We just got the product released today, so the information. So I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow, and it'll be posted tomorrow based off what we know for the Seltos.
If I remember correctly, I think job 1 for Canada is March, which means that like May, the 2024s will start arriving, maybe June.
Yeah.
So we're not far off from them, and there's a slight change to it. Having said that, I wouldn't discount the 2023. We still have some of those coming, and they look great. So I don't think there's a wrong answer there either.
What about engine transmission on the Seltos?
Let's talk about that in the video.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to make you watch the video, Ian.
Yeah.
I know you've asked that before. So.
Working on a Saturday. Yep.
She's doing us a favor.
Let's see.
You caught that one, I guess. She worked last Saturday too. She's been doing me a couple favors.
I do what I can here. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
She helps.
Pat, can you allow Gabby to do a meet and greet at one of the U.S. dealerships? I just want to buy this PHEV Sportage. Well, I can't sell you a car in the U.S., that's for sure. I don't know how the U.S. dealerships will feel about me going there either. Just gonna do a meetup in their parking lot.
Any chance that Telluride can offer wireless Android Auto or CarPlay with over-the-air updates in the future? So the 2023 does have the ability to do over-the-air updates. We'll do a video on that once we have an update. I don't know if you heard earlier, but we are going to do a review of some adapters to turn a Telluride into wireless CarPlay. And we'll film that today.
You can film that right after this video.
Is there a fan meetup at the Toronto Auto Show? Annie's already met us, but
oh.
Sure, yeah, we'll be there.
We could do a fan meetup at Brantford Kia. Why not? Let's do it.
We kind of do sell cars.
The only reason I want a 2024 is for the digital dash.
Yes, it has the digital dash, you're right.
Let's see, is there any EV6 questions, comments, things you want to know about it? Owner's perspective questions for Pat. He's been driving it for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I can share some things. One of the things I like about it is when you, on the GT package line 2, when you punch in an address in your navigation, it has something that's called augmented reality on the heads-up display.
It's really cool.
And so basically you're driving and the street is way ahead of you that you're supposed to turn on, and it just puts a line to show you what street it is. And as you get closer, that line gets bigger, and so it just shows you where to go. I also like the highway drive assist, so it can do automatic lane changes. It keeps you space from the person in front of you. It can change the speed if the speed changes on the highway that you're on. So if you're doing a long trip, it's absolutely a great option. It's just helps reduce driver fatigue, and it doesn't take, like, they're pretty efficient. Like, you know, I've only had to use like a stage 3 charger a couple times. I largely just use the stage 1 or stage 2 because I don't drive a ton. But you know, when I did plug it in, it didn't take very long to charge. Pat, any speeding tickets yet? When I was 17.
That was a bad speeding ticket too. I remember you told me that story.
And I rode off my parents' car.
And didn't you spill poutine or something all over you?
I don't think I've told my parents that one yet,
Oh.
so just in case they're watching.
Let's see.
When are we popping the champagne? Yeah, sure.
Does the range become lower in the cold?
Yeah, so we've been kind of monitoring that a little bit, and I haven't done a long enough drive to really notice the difference. But yes, typically the range does get colder or get shorter in the cold. Having said that, I haven't really seen a massive drop. Now, in the summer, we find that we can do a lot more than the posted range. So if I remember correctly, the posted range on this is 434 kilometers.
It lowered on this trim level to, I believe, 406, but it used to be rated at 449, I believe.
Okay.
Which
so,
you can still very much see.
Yeah, I mean, in the summertime, you can get more than 400 kilometers. In the wintertime, it's looking like I'm getting around 400 kilometers. So yeah, it seems to be working out pretty good. Now, having said that, sometimes we get minus 30 degrees here. We have not had that this year. It's been considerably milder.
Yeah.
So.
Connor said, I'm with Gabby on the track day. We should do a dealer track day and everyone comes. Well, Connor also works here, so
we'll
that's
do
why.
It. Get your dad to arrange it.
Gabby, would you upgrade to a K5 or a Stinger? I would probably take the K5 GT over the Stinger. And also, you can't even get the Stinger. Well, it's the last call for it.
Yeah, sure.
If I could get my hands on the last Stinger, I would definitely choose that. But other than that, K5, yeah. Let's see. Can you drift the EV6? Drift mode in EV6. There's no drift mode, but
No.
I'm a firm believer, and you can drift anything if you put your mind to it.
That's why she doesn't have a Stinger.
Amen. Okay. Does the EV6 have destination to charging station warm-up prep like the Tesla? So that's what's in the new battery preconditioning update. So when you use your navigation, it'll start to precondition the battery.
Start heating the battery so that you can use a DC charger. So I haven't run the software update on mine yet, so.
Let's see.
Oh, we're getting someone disputing that the EV6 GT has a drift mode. Okay, so we haven't had one yet, but I seem to remember something about that.
Yeah, we just haven't seen it though. That's the thing. We need to see it. Get our hands on it.
We're gonna get our hands on it.
We need to drift it. Why were the badges removed on the right side of the liftgate on the 2023 Kia Seltos? I think they just opted for a more cleaner look. We've done that on a couple of our vehicles now. So even the Sorento, it used to have a big Sorento badge at the back. Now it's a tiny one in the bottom left corner. So they're just kind of playing around with the look of the vehicle. Can you do a carnival review? Yes, we've done a bunch of them already. I think we've done just about every single trim level. But if there's a model you would like to see specifically, let us know.
Yeah, we do have. We've got 8 or 9 sold carnivals incoming in all different trims. So whatever you're interested in, let us know, and we'll do some filming as they arrive.
Get her filmed. Pat, assuming you're keeping your EV6 for short term, did you install a level 2 charger at your home?
I didn't. I just have 110 in my garage, and so I charge on level 1. But having said that, I have a DC charger here at work, and I'm only 10 minutes away, so I didn't really need one.
Let's see. There's a lot of questions. Oh my goodness. How long have we been filming for? Any office in Quebec?
I mean, there's Kia dealers in Quebec. So one of the best Kia dealers I know is Kia Quebec, Serge Boldwin.
Really?
Yeah, he's just a lovely person. He owns 3 dealerships, and he really does a great job. I really respect him a lot. So,
any other ownership quirks? I remember when this vehicle first arrived, I think you were gone, you were out of country when the car hit our lot. So all of us drove your car and we would take it home. Like I took it home, Grant took it home. Pat never got to drive his car, and I think when you finally got your hands on your own car, it already had a couple thousand kilometers.
it had 6,000 kilometers on it. So to tell you what a big hit and how this car changed
Our dealership.
Really, when it first landed, we had to create a spreadsheet for people to space out the test drives because we'd have 5 people come in at the same time wanting to test drive it.
We had one car.
So I literally, I bought it in my wife's name. Like I actually bought the car, not just for the dealership. And it wasn't until we put 6,000 kilometers on it before I got to drive it. So a bunch of you that are watching that have bought EV6s test drove my car. Now, most of you probably have your cars, but we did sell a ton off of it, and we continue to sell the product. It's really great. I do think that if you're in Ontario, we are starting to see a little bit of improvement in availability. We are starting to get a few more allocations. So, hopefully March of last year sold orders would be filled, and then April's, and we'll just hopefully just keep picking up speed. So.
That's crazy, but awesome. It was available for everyone to have hands-on time. Yep, we appreciate it. Well, it was such a cool car. I've never seen a Kia that looked this cool. Like it changed everything.
Yeah.
Our design has been really good for the past few years, but something like this, everyone, whenever they see an EV6 in our showroom, they're like, what is that? I want to know more about that.
So when we get our EV6 GT, that's what's called a halo vehicle for the brand. Almost 600 horsepower, cool looking. And that's also one of the reasons why the Stinger's being phased out, because the Stinger was our halo vehicle, and now it's shifting to the EV6. Yeah.
Someone said, wait.
Mark, even I test drove the car. Yeah, you did. Exactly. Before me, probably, too. Yeah.
Wait, that's your personal car and not a short-term employee car?
Yeah, no, it's licensed in my wife's name. Yep. That was the only way I could get the car. I had to buy it.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I think it's almost 30 minutes. Do you think we should wrap it up?
We probably should.
Yeah.
Guys, this was just a fun video to talk about the EV6.
Yep.
And of course, we appreciate your support. We're going to produce a lot more content. Watch for our Seltos video.
Yep.
We have a couple updates on key.
Oh, the digital key
Digital
to touch.
key. Yeah, so we found a way to do it a little bit easier than the first round.
Yep.
So we're going to provide that to you.
Yep.
And yeah, you guys let us know what you want to see, and we'll do our best to film it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching our last live of the week. We'll see you when we start again next week. Live 2 p.m. every day. See you there.